Okay. Good morning, everyone. Here we are again on Miss Mika TV. And it is our second day of our second week of virtual preschool. That's so exciting. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Let me find my pointer. So the last school day we had was Tuesday. See, there's the froggy. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and today is Thursday. So we'll move the frog down to Thursday. And we are still in the month of September. And remember, we talked about the last day of school we had was the first day of fall. I didn't have this there then, but I found this little picture that says first day of autumn. Autumn is just another word for fall. So I stuck it in there on our first day of fall, which was our last school day. So let's count the numbers. So we have September. Let's count the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and what's hiding under there? 22, 23. So 23 was yesterday. That was a 4th class day. So 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 is today. And we have school bus, school bus, school bus, school, and number 24 is a bus. All right, so today is Thursday, September 24th, and we are officially in the season of fall, or another word for fall is autumn. All right, so let's see here. Let's not forget the weather. Oh my goodness. Every time I look out the window, it is only partly cloudy, meaning that the sun is not shining very bright, but there is a little bit of sun. So partly cloudy again today. There's mostly clouds and a little bit of sun peeking through. And it was cool again today. So there's the frog wearing a little sweatshirt, and it says cool. So partly cloudy and cool today. All right, last time we talked about that we were going to be talking about our bodies this week, and I mentioned some of our body parts. And some of you have already done your body part labeling. Miss Angela sent me some pictures yesterday of Mr. Cade and Mr. Brady. And do you know what they labeled? Remember how I said you should find a volunteer and have them lay on the floor and label their body parts? And I said it could be a mom or a dad or a grandma or a grandpa or a cousin or a friend or a doll. Well, guess what Cade and Brady found? They found Buzz Lightyear. And they labeled all the parts of Buzz Lightyear. It was so funny. I was just cracking up. It was so cute. So they labeled all the body parts, and they went ahead and they did their skeleton parts too, all on Buzz Lightyear. So I posted those pictures on Facebook. If your mom or dad are on Facebook, you can ask them to show you the pictures of Cade and Brady with their Buzz Lightyears that they labeled. It was pretty creative. So you can think, what do you have in your house that you could label? It doesn't even have to be just a regular baby doll or a person. It could be any kind of character you can think of. So that's pretty cool. I thought that was very creative. All right, so we have a new book today in our mystery envelope, and I'm going to pull it out slowly. And this one is called Me and My Amazing Body. Our bodies really are amazing. They do so many things. This is me and my amazing body. These are the parts of my body that I can see. Eyes, nose, ears, mouth, elbow, fingers, knee, toes, stomach, hand, leg, foot. So many parts. But most of my body I can't see because my skin covers almost every inch of me. Skin comes in many different colors. It holds my body together and lets me feel things, like my kitty's soft fur or the prickly spikes of my cactus. So over here, it shows a picture of her body, and it just shows the skin, right? The skin is this stuff. Drop the book. This kind of floppy stuff all over your body. That's your skin. And that's what can actually feel things like cats and cactuses and things like that. Beneath my skin are bones, all 206 of them. When my bones are put together, they're called a skeleton. My skeleton holds up my skin just like tent poles hold up a tent. Bones are hard and help protect the softer insides of my body. So if I didn't have bones, if you didn't have bones, we would all just flop to the floor in a big mushy pile of skin. We have to have bones to hold us up. Attached to my bones are my muscles. My body has more than 600. They stretch and shrink like rubber bands. Muscles do the hard work of moving my body all around, back and forth and up and down. I even use my muscles when I smile. And it's true, if you look around, her muscles on her body up there, she's got muscles around her mouth. And we all have muscles around our mouth. That's what helps us to smile and to frown and to laugh and to sing and to talk. My muscles move because my brain up here tells them to. My brain is the boss of my body, and it lets me think my own special thoughts. It's so important that it has its own safe place in my head, inside a very hard bone called my skull. My brain sends and receives messages from all parts of my body. So you have a brain up in your head too, and a skull. If you touch your head, knock gently on your head. That's hard, it's your skull, and that's there to protect your brain. My body and my brain need lots of energy to work well. They get energy from my blood. Blood contains oxygen from the air and nourishment from the food that I eat. My blood travels all over my body through special tubes called veins and arteries. If I cut or scrape my skin and it bleeds, don't worry. My body is always making more blood. So you can see all her veins and arteries over here in this picture. And if you look on your wrist of your arm, you can see little blue lines, and those are your veins. That's where your blood is. My blood can't move through my body all by itself. It needs my heart, a group of strong muscles in my chest, to move it. Did you know your heart was a muscle? Yep. My heart is like my own little engine. It pumps blood through my body all the time, even when I'm sleeping. If I put my hand on my chest, I can feel my heart beating. You can try that. Boom, 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 boom. You can feel it. So your heart pumps the blood through all of those veins and arteries in your body. I can also feel my lungs working when I breathe in and out. My lungs fill with fresh air like balloons and send the part of the air that I need, the oxygen, into my blood. So there are her lungs. You have them in here too. Then my lungs push the used air back out. A moment later, I breathe in fresh air all over again. My body needs food along with air, or else I wouldn't grow. When I get hungry, I eat, and the food goes down into my stomach. You have one of these too. After I eat, my stomach mashes the food into very tiny pieces, and my body takes what it needs for energy and growth and gets rid of whatever it doesn't need. So there she is eating a sandwich just like you might do sometime, and it's going through her intestines into her stomach, and the part that the body needs, it takes, and the rest of it, it gets rid of. I love this picture. Every part of my body works together to keep me going. Skin, brain, eye, ear, mouth, nose, skull. Remember, the skull protects the brain. Heart, that's the part that pumps the blood. Stomach, veins, that's where the blood is. Your bones that keep you up. Your muscles, your toe. Oh, look at that. It is pointing to the whiskers and the tail on the cat, because those are parts of a cat. We don't have whiskers and a tail, but the cat does. And keep me growing. And someday I'll be all grown up. Isn't it amazing? This is kind of like when you cut out the magazine pictures of the baby and the kid and the grown-up. It's pictures of her growing up into a grown-up. And most amazing of all, every person in the world has a body that's very much the same, but every person is also very different. There's no one else in the world exactly like you, and no one exactly like me, or ever will be. And that's what we were reading in our other book the other day, about how we are all the same and all different. All right, put this over here. Let me show you our new work for today. I have a few things to show you. Remember last time I showed you the body part labels, and I said we also were going to have skeleton part labels. So I'm going to show you those. All right, so it's a picture of the part and the word. So this one says neck, arm, and see, just in this case, it's showing you the bones instead of the part covered with skin. Leg, foot, hand, skull. Remember, that's the part that protects your brain. Pelvis, spine, and ribs. Now, you're going to do the same thing with these that you did with your body part labels. You're going to find a volunteer, mom or dad or brother or sister or cousin or grandma or grandpa or friend or Buzz Lightyear or a doll or any other thing you can think of that has body parts, and you're going to label their their skeleton parts with these cards. All right? We also have, now I'm not going to really get into this too much because I sent instructions home for your mom and dad. This, show you this, that's the instruction page. And the other page, this is a germ experiment that you can do with bread at home. So that's in your packet too, and the instructions are all there. I just wanted to show it to you. All right, and then I have two other things to show you today. This is a body parts puzzle, and this was in your packet too. So we're going to take all the parts out. We have a head. We have a torso. We have two legs. Two arms. Two hands. And 2 feet. And we're going to put all of these together to make a whole body. All right, so I'm going to start with the head. I always like to start with the top part of the puzzle because that makes the rest of it easier to put together. So we're going to put some glue on our head, round and round, and we're going to stick it on the top of our paper. All right, don't stick it in the middle or the bottom or your other parts won't fit. So there's the head at the very top of the paper. Then I'm going to add on my torso. That's my middle part right here. There's my torso. Then I'm going to add on my arms. One arm. Two arms. Then I'm going to add on my hands. Let's see, I gotta make sure to get the right hand on the right side here. Sometimes you can get them mixed up, but you'll figure it out pretty quick if you do. There's the hands. And then I'm going to add the legs. Let's see, these are easy to get mixed up too. I think I got it though. One leg, two legs. There we go. And last, I'm going to add on the feet. And there are the feet. Now, I know you're not at school and there aren't a whole lot of other kids around for your papers to get mixed up with, but I want to make sure you are practicing putting the glue cap back on the glue stick, but also making sure your name is on your paper. So if you know how to write your name, you can write it yourself, or you can have your mom and dad write it in yellow and you can trace it, or if you're not quite ready for that yet, your mom or dad can write your name on it for you. Just make sure your name is on it, okay? So there's our body parts person. If you want to add a face or clothes to this, you can do that. All right, one more thing. In your packets, you also got a whole set of all the alphabet letters like this. These are Q-tip dot letters. You can ask your mom or dad to make more copies of them so that you can do them more than once if you want. So you need those, and then you need a Q-tip, and you need paint. So I'm going to take my lid off my paint here a minute. Now you will probably put your paint in a different kind of container. Miss Mika just has her fancy school containers here. You're going to dip your Q-tip in. You don't want to get too much paint on it. See that? And then you're going to put one dot of paint in each circle on the letter. And when you run out of paint, you get a little bit more on your Q-tip. All right, now this is a special activity to help make your finger muscles strong. Okay, so this activity, it's important to put one dot in each circle instead of just kind of painting wherever, okay? Because this is a finger muscle exercise. All right, so I'm just gonna do the uppercase X there. You can do the other one too. If you wanna color in the pictures that are around the letter X, you can do that. All right, so you have all those at home too. All right, so I think I have everything. Yep. So that is all I have for you today. I hope you have a great day today and a great weekend this weekend. And hopefully I will see a lot of you come pick up your packets tomorrow morning. All right, don't forget to remind your mom and dad. All right, so see everyone later. Bye.